From a swipe to a chip and even a tap, using a credit card has never been easier. That could be part of the reason Americans now have a record $1 trillion in credit card debt. October 19th is National Get Smart About Your Credit Day. Here with 5 mistakes we should avoid making with our credit cards is local financial professional Brian Pearson from American Benefits Exchange. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
So how big of a deal are credit card mistakes?
Credit card mistakes are really big. In fact, Americans are making so many mistakes with credit cards that last year the average household paid nearly $1,300 in interest. And you know, we've been in a long-term kind of low interest rate environment for nearly a decade. So if we start to see interest rates rise, you know, that $1,300 number is going to continue as well. But credit cards and mistakes that you make obviously impact your credit score. And a lot of people don't realize, but it's not just the typical buying a home, buying a car where your credit score comes into play, but it's even, you know, what I consider very important things like employment, employment, insurance rates, even renting an apartment, your credit score will be impacted. So it plays a large part.
Okay. And so you've got 5 major mistakes that you can think of with your credit card that it's possible to make. What are those? Absolutely.
Well, starting with paying fees, a lot of people don't realize there's actually 6 different fees that go along with credit cards. You know, the late fees, the over the limit fees, the balance transfer fees, and so on. So those begin to add up. And for example, the over the limit fee or the late fee, you're usually looking at upwards of $37 every time you're late on a payment. And so $37 can add up, and a lot of people are accustomed to just trying to make that minimum payment, get a payment in whether it's on time or not. So over the course of a year, you're looking at $400 in late fees alone, not to mention that gets added to your balance, and then you begin paying interest on that as well. So it's a kind of a bad cycle to get yourself into. Missing payments, very important. You might be interested to find out that a lot of millennials especially think for some reason that it's okay to miss payments, that it actually doesn't impact their credit score at all. In fact, 17% think it's okay to miss payments. And missing payments absolutely does impact your credit score. That is reported to the credit bureaus. And then on top of that, the credit card companies are obviously, like we've kind of mentioned earlier, they're going to charge you fees when you're missing those payments, and your interest rates can go up and so on. So it can have a devastating effect. And then again, credit score is impacted, and now when you go to buy a home, car, receive employment, what have you, it's going to be impacted as well.
Okay. We've got about 20 seconds here. Give us your top one of the last 3.
You know what? My favorite one is really taking the cash advances. A lot of people don't realize that it's not like just going to the ATM machine and pulling money out. There is no grace period on taking money against your credit card. So interest starts accruing day 1, really at the minute you pull the money out. And you're looking at interest rates of 24%. Upwards of 36%, because that's telling usually the credit card companies you're a risk, there's more concern, there's more liability, so you're looking at substantially high interest rates if you're taking money against those credit card balances.
All right, Mr. Pearson, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Vital information. We'll be right back.